is a very quick tutorial to show you how to use the Boards app if you are new to Boards. This is the Boards app. You can download it. I think it's app.boards.com. That's what this is. Let me just do a search on my URL in actual fact, because I've got a feeling it's got an IO. Here you go. This is it. It's boards.so. If you, or indeed you could click this as well, the Boards app, either of those links, and that will then enable you to download the Boards app on your computer. Now, when I send you the link to share a board with either your team or with a friend, etc., what you can do is click Add Members up here, and I've used this toggle so that I can send this link to you, and then that means that you join this particular board, okay? Other ways you can do it are to share that. You can click that and that will also click and copy the link to this board. Now, this is called a board. You can see here on the left-hand side, I have lots of boards. So I've got like my day-to-day board. This is my sort of more personal stuff. I've got business prospects board and information. I've got customers prospects board and information. I did make a load of team boards, but actually you won't have the link to those right now, I don't think. They might still be in our Facebook group, but I wouldn't worry about those now because everything has been updated since I first created this Boards app with social media and the way the company is running, etc. So this is the partner training first step. This is where you are for your basic mentorship, and also where you will lead your new team members to as well. I'm trying to make it as easy to navigate as possible. I'm still building it out. To be honest, I will always be building it out because things change consistently, particularly in the world of social media. But I want just to show you the key things right now so that you can get started. I can always update this training again at a later date. So obviously, Start Here folder. Now, in this folder here, this has got all sorts of different scripts for you. So I've created an overview here, literally, it's just a quick notice to you. And then you've got your customers prospect scripts. You can either click it there and put it into your URL, or you can click the link directly from the Boards app. And then you can download this using that little down arrow there. And indeed, you can share this link if you want to. It is available for anyone to use. So you can use this if you're bringing on new team members. But the whole idea is that you'll be directing them to this board, and then they have access to all of this. So I'm just going to take you through this very briefly. I'm not going to go through the entire board right now, but just the things that are going to be the most pertinent to you as a new partner when you're having conversations with people. So this is a conversation flowchart for customers. Okay, so this is to invite prospects to learn more about the TSP. That stands for the Total Solution Pack. That is like our fitness bundle, and or just individual products, which might be like Shakeology or Energize, etc., etc. So you invite your prospect. They say yes to more information. Forming, it goes into forming in more in detail in here, but forming is basically getting to know them. What are their goals? What are they struggling with? What do they need help with specifically? Because until you know what they need help with, you won't be able to offer them a solution. So then you send details. They look at the details. It's either a not right now or it's a yes. If it's a not right now, they go up the way here, and then you can either offer them to go to belong to your email list. If you do a weekly email, I always offer it to people and say, listen, I do a weekly email where I share out free resources and top tips and strategies. Would you like to be added to that email list? I've never had anybody say no yet. Or offer the previews, the body previews, which are the sample workouts. I will go into that in a little more detail in this video in just a few minutes. So I'm not going to explain that in any great detail now, but essentially, this means that they become your customer without having to purchase a thing. They get access to the free sample workout section, okay? So if they're a yes, you obviously send them the link. That might be a PDF. It might just be a text message of what they get. When you're talking to people, always make sure that you're talking about the benefits. They will want to know a few of the facts. You know, they get the workout for 12 months. They get the nutritional support, mindset, accountability. They also have the choice of 2 super blocks. They need to understand the value they get, but always talk about the value as it pertains to their individual goals. So Shakeology, for instance, a lot of people struggle with sugar cravings. A lot of people struggle with their mental health, their gut health, and anxiety. and hormone balance. So Shakeology is brilliant for all of those. Anything that's an inflammatory disease, Shakeology is perfect for helping. We also have loads of Shakeology testimonials. I will share those with you again in just a moment. So you send the details, you might then send the link. That could be a share a cart. It could be a link of a body, the body platform. So what people get when they join us. So, it really depends on where you're at in your conversations to what you're sending through. And again, I will show you the various things that you could send through as that link. And then your follow-ups. You need to keep following up with people. Most people you'll need to follow up with between 8 and 11 times. It's very rare that somebody says yes at the first instance, okay? So follow-ups, then if they're a yes, you add them to your getting started right messaging or your emails. You always want to make sure that you have a system to help people get started right. How does that look for you? I can help you with that too. Or if they're not right now, then, the follow-up leads to them saying, I can't do it just yet, but please, keep me informed. So you'll invite them again next month. And then if there's still a no after next month, you'll probably invite them after 3 months. And then obviously that goes up into the re-invite, and then that goes up there because they're in an invite prospect again. So it's a circular thing until somebody either says, no, bugger off, leave me alone, or they've dearly departed the earth, or they have been rude to you, or they've blocked you. They always, keep them in your network, because I can tell you now, I have never had anybody that said, I was really sick and tired of all those follow-ups. The only ever responses I've ever had from people are, thank you for being patient with me and for checking in with me as regularly as you have done. And I often say it in my follow-up message. If I've sent them sort of 2 or 3 that they've completely ignored, I will say, listen, I really don't want to pester you, but until you tell me no, I'm not going to leave you alone, because I know how much this is going to benefit your life. You shared with me that you struggle with this, that, and the other. And I know you want to achieve this, that, and the other. And I have that solution that is going to help you get there. You're also protected by a 30-day money-back guarantee. So you literally have nothing to lose. What say you? And that is exactly how I would talk to somebody. If I'm thinking, oh, I wonder if I'm pestering them, I actually type that out. That is part of my messaging. So invitation examples, I'm not going to go through this in great detail because you can have a look through this. You can download it, and I would highly suggest you download it and then maybe add it to like a G drive. So my Google Drive, I will just show you if I can get to it. Oh, hang on, I've got one here. Oh no, hang on. My floating bar is across it. See if I can just get it in. Sorry, bear with me a second. There we go. This is my Google Drive, and you can see I've got all sorts of different stuff here. But I would create a folder, so you can go into new, and you can create new folder, and then you just name it what you want. And at this stage, I would say new mentorship training, something like that, so that all of the stuff that I am sharing with you now and that you get from corporate goes into a folder. And then you can further subdivide it. You can either go into customer prospects, partner prospect resources, what you think you may need, the way you would best organize that yourself. Get organized right from the start. Some of mine, I have got masses and masses of stuff here, but there's a lot here that I need to sort out and go through again. So don't necessarily think this is the best way to do it, but it works quite well for me. And you can always search. If you know there's something in there that you can't quite find, you can just search what you think it might be called and it'll pop up. So if I go back to our boards app right now, that was for the customer prospects. This is the recruitment one that I've made for you. And again, it's very similar to that customer one. It doesn't have the flow on the top of it, but the customer flow and the recruitment flow is pretty much the same. At that stage, you're just finding out about their goals, their struggles, and what they want to achieve. So whether that's for the business or as a customer, both apply, okay? So this is just, you can download this and have a look at this. It talks about the important things that you need to be considering when you are talking to prospects, new partner prospects. Step 1, make a list. Just have a read all through this. It all makes sense. So I won't go into this in any great detail now, because it will make this training very, very long. And you can have a look through here. This gives you ideas of what you can post about the business on your social media. I will be doing a much more in-depth social media training, so don't worry too much about that. But it's important that there's lots of things that you can talk about. social media's got to the stage now where we have always said in the past, you need to be, if you're not sharing about the business online on your feed, how does anybody know that you have a business to share? What seems to be happening at the moment is that our feed is very much related to our niche. So for me, that's menopause weight loss. It's not necessarily helping women earn an income, although that's what I do as well. So I'm talking a lot about the business in my stories rather than on my feed. And of course, if I come across an account and I think, wow, they'd make an amazing partner, I just engage with them for a few days. I build up that relationship with them, and then I invite them. And the invites, again, will be part of this boards app, okay? So, but that just gives you a way you can talk about this on your stories rather than creating feed posts. If you want to create feed posts, totally go for it. You won't feed posts about the business never get much traction, but you kind of need to have a few just to say, you know, it's you. I have a business one pinned to the top of my Instagram. That way people know that I also talk about business mentorship for men and women. I think that's the best way to get around this social media section at the moment. So your feed should be very specific to your niche. By all means, share about the business, ideally every day in your stories. And you want to be, you know, when you come across somebody who you think would make a great partner, make a note of them. Make sure you're making friends with them, and then invite them to learn more about the business. Okay. So step 3, you're sending a message. Again, this gives you message examples. Just put it into your own words. Step 4 is providing the information. I will show you the assets that you have easy access to, but you can, you know, you could click this, it opens up in YouTube. I think it's a YouTube link. And then you could save, you know, you can copy that link in YouTube. And what is a body coach? How do I join? I send that to a lot of people. I also send the latest webinar replay to a lot of people. Again, I will share more about that in a minute. Have a conversation. This just helps you go through that whole partner prospect system. And then a few common objections, and those are here. I don't have time. I don't want to sell to my families and friends. I'm not good at social media. And then confidently close. Because a lot of people are having a lot of conversations, but they are not closing the sale. And ultimately, we're here to help people, but also to earn money. And you need to be able to confidently close. And the way to do that is to be very specific. You know, the offer ends on this date, the promo ends on this date. They need to have a deadline, because I think it's something like, it's either between 75 and 90% of all sales close within the last 24 hours of the date coming up. So you know, what you don't want to be doing, you'll be wasting time if you're going backwards and forwards and backwards and forwards and backwards and forwards, because there is no cutoff date. When people know there's a cutoff date, it galvanizes them into action. And then step 8 is follow-ups. Okay, so you can have a little look through all of this, and then it's just got some final words. Right, going back to this. So go through these, have a look at them. You can't do any harm here. And then click this, start here. So this gives you everything you need. Make a note of your partner ID, partner relations number. The reason I haven't put the numbers, all of them down there, I started, and then I'm not entirely sure actually of the number for Canada, for the States, and for France. Obviously, I know it for the UK. But when you get your initial partner enrollment from Body, that will all be included in that initial email that you get. So make sure you know what your partner relations number is and save it to your phone. And then save important links like this, the boards app, your partner office, the Body Partners app, our team Facebook page. I will give you the link to that if you've not already got it. Exactly, the Dream Team United. That is our larger upline team page. That's where a lot of our team calls are held, but also when there is a YouTube link to that team call, I will share it in our team page as well. And I'll also be sharing it. I'll probably create a boards app that just has the team calls in it, so it's an easy place for you to go and find them. I want this boards app to be like your go-to for the relevant information. So all of these next, all of these are linked in this web page. So watch the Body Partner Office overview, download the Body Partners app, watch how to navigate the Body Partners app tutorial. Sorry, the way the text wrap on here is not great. Watch the Healthy Pipeline series to get a good overview of the business. Start working your way through the 28-day action plan. Okay, so everything in here, you've got all of your steps that you need to do. You don't need to do them overnight. You won't be able to do them overnight, but just start working your way through them. And it gives you various ways of signing up to get the app, okay? And then this is how to navigate the Body Partners app. That was a really, really useful tutorial. I even learned, I mean, I've been using the app for a while, and there were things in it that I wasn't entirely sure about myself either. So it's a very, very helpful app, a tutorial rather. And then healthy pipeline overview. This is something that Melanie Mitro did. She is like our grandma upline. She's incredibly successful, and she did this not long ago, and I thought it was gold. She breaks it down into like the 4 major aspects of the business. So the first one is, initiating connections, adding followers, and having conversations. That is the link to the video of the training. And then I created a Google Doc for each of these videos. So the Google Doc breaks down any of the messaging that she shares, etc., etc. It just makes it easier for you to have quick access to the Google Doc. So make sure you watch them. I would watch them, download those Google Docs, probably save them to your Google Drive, so you've got quick access to them. I mean, they'll be in this boards app anyway. Here's the videos. And then implement them when you feel you are ready to implement them, and when they, tie into that part of the business that you're focusing on. The top of the funnel, as we call it, is initiating connections, adding followers, and having conversations. So make sure out of all of these that you're watching these in the right order. So part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4. Okay. And the 28-day action plan, it's a very succinct, it's a brilliant plan put together by corporate and some leaders of the business. It's been trialed for several months now, and people are getting on with it very, very well. I've been through it myself. I think it's quite meaty, personally, being completely honest with you. That doesn't mean you shouldn't do it. I think just be prepared to get in the trenches and get dirty with it, because the more you practice, sorry, I'm just taking my jumper off. The more you practice and you take action, the easier these things will come to you. You will learn as you go along. So don't look at it and think, oh my goodness, 28 days, I don't even know where I'll start. You start on day 1. Do the points that it says in day 1. I've actually created a checklist so that you can check them off if you wanted to. It automatically checks them off in the app for you as well. But for those of you who are visual learners like I am, I actually like to have a checklist so I know what I've learned already and I can see what's coming. I don't think I've actually added that checklist to this board yet. In fact, let me see if I've got it here. I'll show you how to use your G Drive if you've not already got it. Reels, checklist, Oh, crikey. There's rather a lot of checklists. I might have to find it. Oh, 28-day action plan summary. Let me just see if this is the one that I'm thinking of. Yep, that's it. I think I've done all of them. Cool. Right, I will grab that link and copy that link. That's done. And then I can add this. I can show you then how to add it to the boards app. Okay. Because you'll probably want to create your own boards app as well. And it's a really, really easy way of finding information. It does not have a search element to it. So you need to be organized when you put it together. I'm sure a search element will come at some point, but as of yet, they've not got one. What I can do, I can edit this and I can add a text. Where's my text? Paragraph. 28-day action plan checklist. Click this link to download the checklist. That's it. And then that's there. That will be put down at the bottom. And then there we go. That will go in there. So now I've finished that. We go back into this web page. And so now you can see this, the 28-day action plan checklist. Click this download to download link to click the link to download the checklist. Sorry, I'm getting tongue-tied. And then once you've completed your first 7 days, message me or the mentor who added you to our training so that we can stay on top of your mentorship. We want to keep communication open with you. If you're having trouble, you need to get in touch with us so that we can help you through that. Personal and professional development books, that is a huge aspect of this business. I'm a trained psychotherapist. I have a huge success rate with my therapy clients. And when they first started talking about personal development, I was thinking, I'm pretty up there. I've read a lot of the books already that they're suggesting. Listen, we're always on a learning curve. And the day we stop learning is the day we might as well just put the nail in our coffin lid. So you can click that button. It will take you to a list of personal and professional development books. You can see that these are more the personal development ones. You know, if you're struggling with confidence, if you struggle with your outlook, your mindset, then these are really, really helpful. Some of them sort of cross over to a bit of business as well. And then professional development books. This was written recently by Katie Erster. Katie's in our team. It's a brilliant book. She's a social media guru, and it makes a lot of sense. It's a very recent publication. I've read it myself, and I think it's brilliant. I highly recommend that everybody gets this book at least. And then have a look through these. Another really good one that I would suggest that you download is, where is the Slight Edge and the Compound Effect? They must be in here somewhere. Compound Effect is there by Darren Hardy. And the Slight Edge, I cannot believe that's not in here. How did I miss that off? The Slight Edge by, oh, what's his name? Slight Edge, where the heck is it? I can't believe it's not in. Okay, I might adjust that. I think actually I've put it in Jeff Olson. I've put it here as well. The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson or the Compound Effect are brilliant books too. So those are, I would definitely, the Slight Edge and the Compound Effect are very similar. But they're both really good. So I would choose either the Slight Edge or the Compound Effect. Have a look at the information on Amazon, see which one resonates with you the most, and also Direct Sales Done Right. Those will be two really, really great books to get you started out properly. Okay, so that is that Start Here folder. So then it sort of goes on a bit. I'm not going to go into building your business right now, because that is, I'll just show you the folder. I'm still building that out, but this is stuff that is a bit more once you've sort of done your 28-day action plan. Launch post ideas. You might decide in the 28-day action plan, they will suggest that you have a launch post that sort of say, you know, you're announcing that you've started this business. Please don't use the name Body or various program names in your social media. It makes you look salesy, and it just means somebody can go to Google and then they don't need you to help them get started. And it means that you can't advise them and support them either, because a large part of the success of our business is that support that we offer to people. It's that accountability that they get. So we don't want them running off to Google and typing, oh, she said Shakeology, I'm going to go and buy some Shakeology. You want to be able to help your customer choose the one that is best for them, and then also of course you get the commission for it. So these are, have a look at these. These are also say a 28-day post sharing schedule. If you're struggling to come up with content ideas, you can use this. Always, 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 your social media has to relate to your niche. Who are you writing for, and what are you writing about? And stick to one subject matter. So for me, again, it is menopause weight loss. You might be postpartum fitness. You might be anti-inflammatory food and low impact workouts. Where is your helping people get back to health after a cancer diagnosis? Things like that. What is your specific niche that you are going to be happy sticking to for sort of 3 to 6 months? You can always change it again, but I would definitely, you'll need 3 to 6 months just to sort of start to build up the following around that niche. Okay, so there is the 28-day schedule, daily story prompts. Again, I mean, have a look through all these. It's fairly self-explanatory. That's just very basic, but again, it helps you come up with ideas of what you could share in your stories, content ideas, building your personal brand. This is something that I put together not long ago, and it will help you understand a bit more about talking on social media, on your stories, and also on your feed. Okay, so how to talk, how to talk about the products without talking about the products, as it were. Okay, so it goes through all of this, and so you can look at this and it gives you a really good idea of what you could say, and it also talks about the business. Okay, so have a look through these various resources. Social media training, I'm building that out at the moment. My folder, I think that's just my notes at the minute. That's empty. Assets to send out. This is going to be useful for you, because if you're using right, that'll take me onto the product directory. I'm going to show you now the product directory, which is where you can build links to send out to prospects. So I've got a quick link for it here. I suggest you get good at bookmarking so you can see here I've got my Boards app, I've got my World Time Buddy, I've got my Beachbody On Demand, I've got my Body Partners app, I've got my Coach Office, I've got my product directory. Okay, so I'm going to go to product directory. I would type in 153.129. and submit. Now you'll see here up at the top, it's got the UK flag. If I wanted to get the US equivalent, I'd click that and I'd change it for USA or one of the others, okay? I'm going to keep it for UK at the moment. And the body previews, this is what I've been talking to you a lot about recently, is if somebody says no to the bundle or the product or whatever it might be, and you say, listen, I really don't want you to go home empty-handed. Would you like some free workouts? Most of them say, yes, I'd love some. So click this link, body previews. You'll see there's various options here. You can have a look at all of these if you want, but I'm sending the fitness quiz. Okay, so you click that and then you can send it in a message or however you're messaging that person. You say, hey, look, try. In fact, I have got a message that I will share with you in a minute, but basically you're sending that the previews fitness quiz to them. It gives them then 3 workout suggestions. And then if they decide they want to have a look through the previews tab in more detail, they can. There's over 120 workouts there. It'll keep them busy forever. But ideally, what you want to be doing is giving them the fitness quiz, giving them a few days, and then following up. Did you try out one of the sample workouts? How did you find it? What did you think? Would you like to actually get involved and join my, my next month's body confidence group? I've opened enrollment and I'd love to save you a spot. And if they still say no, that's fine, because your partner ID is associated with them. So eventually they might think, oh, I'm going to join that body thing. It's really, really good. But they don't tell you, or they've forgotten who you were. It doesn't matter. They're still associated with your account. So this is a really great way of further building a relationship, letting them experience the world of body without them having to part with a penny. The only thing they have to do is give their email. And then you'll find also that body, the business, will be following up on your behalf too. They will be sending out special promo whenever there's a promo. When they are great at their promotional work. And so they will be sending out stuff. And unless your prospect unsubscribes from the body emails, body will be sending out regular emails to them, encouraging them to, try Shakeology or try the latest workout that's just launching, or make good use of the latest promotion that's running. And if they've had a positive experience, and if you're following up with them in the background and staying in touch, just gently, they will have a really great experience of body, and it's likely then that they might want to come and commit a little bit further. And when they do, whether they tell you or not, they are still your customer because your partner ID is there. Okay, and then if you want to raise or get a link for a total solution pack or an eating plan or any of these, you can click that, and then it gives you all the different total solution packs here as well. And so this folder, assets to send out, has got loads. It's got program teasers. So if you want to send, you've talked to somebody about for beginners only, you can send them this. Literally, to get this, you click that, and then you click share up there, and then you send that link to the individual. Okay. Sample workouts are here. Again, sometimes you won't want to send the previews because you're chatting to somebody, they're very keen to get started. They may be recovering from giving birth to a baby. We've got the Bar Blend pre and postnatal program. I don't know if I've got that sample here, but for instance, there's the Bar Blend Super Block. I could be talking to somebody about Bar Blend, and then I can send that to them. So again, I would just click that, and I would share that, or I could put it on YouTube.
Hello, I am Super Trainer Elise Joan, and I am so excited to bring you my Bar Blend Super Block that I wanted to give.
Okay, so that gives you lots there. Anything else? Product resources there. Okay, so you can have a look through all of this. This is stuff, Dig Deeper. I created an information document on Dig Deeper. Again, I'm not going to go into any of this in great detail, but you can have a look through all of this. And this is, if anybody's interested in doing Dig Deeper, you can send this to them, and it talks all about, you would want to create your own form, because that is my form. The Canva link, I will make sure I add the Canva link to this so that you can then make your own version of it. Come away from Dig Deeper. First Thing info, again, that's just, we don't sell First Thing in the UK, but we do sell it in the States and Canada. So it's, again, it's just like a sort of an infographic on First Thing. So you can have a look through all this. There's loads about Shakeology, because flavors and regions. So it just gives you a summary of what they have if you need that. Shakeo messages. So this is, you know, these are various conversations that I have. You can have a look at those, Shakeology infographics. So if I wanted to Shakeology information, this document explains the benefit of Shakeology as well as gives you the pricing of options available to you. Click that Google document. And then that is specific to the UK market. It's also got a link here for Shakeology testimonials, and it's also got the pricing. But look also here, so these have all got the region-specific pricing. If I go into Shakeology information, I created a further information, that one I think. This is a similar document, but it's got a slightly different end page. Here we go. So it's got nothing about the pricing, because I don't think it's always the right time to talk about pricing straight away. So depending on where you're at in the conversation, but they can click this link, and then that takes them to another document of Shakeology testimonials, which is something I put together a little while back. And these are genuine testimonials, because it is so good. And I think it's really important that people understand the benefit of it. It is not just a protein shake. It is something that makes a huge difference to a lot of people's lives. But they need to understand the value of it, because Shakeology is not the cheapest. It is an investment, but it's a real investment in their health. So you can have a little look through all this. Is that mine? Oh, I'll probably take this bit off, because this has got my own, I think this has got my links in it, so I'll remove that. Some of this stuff I've just copied across from my own assets. Yeah, that will have my link in, so I will get rid of that folder. If you want to delete a folder, you just go there, you click it, you tick it, and then you delete. Okay. The body tour, that's just there as a general, but if we go into body, not body previews, body assets, that's where you've got all the body videos are here. Okay, so you've got the Vimeo or the YouTube versions, and these are, have a look at them. Okay, so these are pretty much the same ones. I think those are both, you know, what do you get with body when you join? What is a body block? To be honest, I hardly ever send that to anybody. That is when they have joined. That helps them understand how to use body. And that talks about the Rebel Pack. That is the $99 pack available in the US and Canada. It's a monthly pack, so they get, I think it's 20 days of Shakeology and a month's worth of body and 2B Mindset, etc. But it is just a monthly pack, and it's $99 that somebody pays for that. But at least you've got the information there if you need it. So, you know, explore these. Body upgrade info. You're probably not going to need those anymore, actually, because we're transitioning. What is body? You can have a look at this if you want. This will no longer be valid, I think, as of the end of February, because everybody from the old Beachbody On Demand will then be a body member. But you know, you may have somebody who's, you know, you might have somebody who's still on Beachbody On Demand and they don't actually have access to body yet. This will help you talk about that and for them how to upgrade. Okay, but you probably won't need that one so much, but I will leave it there for the moment. So let me have a little look. Anything else here? Compensation plan. Unless you're having in-depth conversations with new partner prospects right at this stage, I wouldn't worry too much about that. There is actually, in fact, in the this would be a good one for you to watch. Oh, sorry, the Lindsay Matway one. That was a really great one. Let me just have a little look. Is there any more here? How to bring on new prospects? Oh, it could be, oh, here we go. How to use Share a Cart. This is, you can, if I click that, that takes you to the tutorial, which shows you how to use the Share a Cart, I think, if you've not already done it. Yes, that's great. That's that one. And then the other one is the product directory, which was that directory that I just showed you about. You'll see here it's got GB because I copied it from my, when I had the UK flag open. I think it defaults automatically to whichever country you're in. If it doesn't, you can get the product directory from your coach office, and that will be in the coach office overview. So that is in here. That is down the partner office overview. Have a look at that, because that shows you where your Share a Cart links are, where the product directory is, how to find a lot of the key information in the partner office. Okay, so I think I'm going to leave that there for the moment. Have I done everything that I really wanted to share in this like I say, I'm still building this out. It might look a little bit different by the time you get this link, but make sure that you are diving into the learning, but also taking action. Get the conversations going. You will not build a business unless you're willing to have conversations with people. That does not mean spammy, salesy conversations. It's literally, you are a professional friend maker. You have an amazing asset at your fingertips, and not everybody will want it. Not everybody will understand the value of it, but a lot of people will want it. Most people need it. It's just, how are you able to articulate how important it is for not just fitness, it's mental health, it's nutritional health, it's our fitness, it's our mindset. When you're in the body platform, I just very quickly, because it's part of the training that is in the Boards app there already, but when you look here, how much stuff do we have access to? All this fitness, all this nutrition. Have you looked in the mindset tab yet? If you've not, get in there. There is so much good stuff. This could be your personal development. If you don't want to buy a book, use this. Make sure you do the 3-day Mindset Triangle Challenge. That is phenomenal. I'm going to do it again. We have a monthly masterclass. Also in the Body Partners app, let me just show you this quickly. You'll see it anyway in the training, in the Start Here folder of the Boards app. But your wake-up call is here. We have a weekly wake-up call. Make sure you're watching that. If you go there, if you click that and then watch the replays, and then they are stacked chronologically, okay? The 10-step body business plan. This is really, really important that you download this and that you understand it. Keeping the 10 in play. Create raving fans. So make sure you're going through all of that. The 28-day new partner action plan. That is where you will get your basic training. And that is where that checklist exists. Let me just go back to my Boards app. So all of that is linked in this folder, in this web page here that I've created for you. Okay. So any questions, obviously ask me. I'm here to help, and take action. Learn a bit, take action. Learn a bit, take action.